For this video, we're going to beef out a classic breakbeat for modern dance floors, turning it from this into this. Drum and bass music has a rich tradition of using classic breakbeats, and many modern junglists will uphold this tradition by beefing up a recognisable break. So we're going to take a sampled drum loop and use layering techniques to fill out this break for current dance floors, whilst keeping its original flavour intact. Set your DAW to 174 BPM. Drop one break.wav onto a new audio track and turn its channel down by -7 dB. It's been recorded from vinyl, so its low mids are muddy and loose, so we can clean that up with some EQ to start with. We'll insert Isotope's Alloy 2 over the break and activate the EQ section. We'll engage Node 1's high-pass flat mode, and we'll set it to roughly 210 Hz. And this filters out a lot of excessive lows and clears room for later layers. But we do still have some subtle low-mid rumble that we can clear up further by gating different frequency ranges of the break by different amounts. So we'll activate Alloy 2's Dynamics 1 section. We'll turn its multi-band mode on, and we'll click on the OR button to display all three bands of dynamics processing. We'll set each gate's ratio to 1.5 to 1, and then we'll set three different gate thresholds. -21.7 for the low band, -19.8 for the mid, and a gentler -39 for the high band. And as you can hear, that's made even more space for some other layers now. So now we've cleaned the break up, let's bulk out the break's pattern with some one-shot drum hits. Import 4kick.wav and 4snare.wav into your drum sampler of choice. We're going to use two instances of Live Simpler here. So our simpler's outputs are by default turned down by 12 decibels, so we'll bring them up to 0 dB. And now arrange the hits so they play on the same notes as our breaks. So there's a kick on every first and third beat of the bar. And then a snare on beats 2 and 4. And then move the second snare back an eighth note. So our hits are now backing up the hits that are in the break. And here you can always experiment with note lengths and velocity amounts. And as we're only trying to subtly back up the sampled loop, we'll tune our new drum hits by ear so their pitch and tone match the break. So use the sampler's transpose to pitch the hits up to +3 semitones. and will also filter out the new kick's top end. So bring its LP12 filter down to about 365 Hz, and then we'll pull the resonance down to a minimum 0.3. It's time to fill out our breaks treble now, so import 6 hi-hat loop.wav onto a new audio track and turn it down by -8 dB so it's not too loud. The hats fit in nicely, but they aren't very mono compatible, so let's remedy that by dropping Live's utility plugin over the hats. We'll turn the width down to around 35%, to leave just a hint of stereo information. We filled out our beat in a really clean and precise way. So now we'll route all of our tracks to a single group channel, so we can gel all the layers together with some overall compression from Native Instruments Solid Dynamics, and we'll load up the Parallel Drums preset, which mixes our dry signal with a heavily compressed signal to add some extra weight whilst maintaining our original character. And some overall tube saturation can provide cohesion to several layers at once. So we use Coassa's Premix CM to add around 17 to 18 dB of drive, and then we'll re-level our output back to -5 dB. And we can hear the effect that's had. Finally, we'll add Reverberate CM's Hallway Blumline 01 preset, and we'll pull the wet dry down to 0 to -11 dB. And this joins our layers together in the same room. And to hear how effective our layering has been, let's compare our beat with the original break to hear the difference.